Away they go over 2 miles 5 furlongs in the Rathronan Maiden Hunter's Chase. Spaced across the track from the inside out, Sam Poet, Nibbles, the grey Stormy Story. On this side, Keep Me Posted, with Miner's Bridge in between horses as they jump the first of 14 fences. Nibbles hit that hard. A peck at the back by Enough of That. Fence 2, Sam Poet over carefully from Nibbles. Stormy Story, followed by Keep Me Posted, Casey West. The quartered colours not far behind the leading line. Running the rail is Boss Robin. Then Miner's Bridge. Uphill they go to fence number 3. Sam Poet, just in front from Nibbles, Stormy Story, Keep Me Posted. Boss Robin and Casey West and Miner's Bridge, followed by Ringcraft. Dromleigh next. On the inside is Pulse of Camelot. And then Ask Mike, Electric Dreamer. At the rear of the field, Enough of That. Turning into the back straight. A little over 2 miles to go from here. It's a wave of 3 for the lead. Sam Poet, Nibbles, Stormy Story attends. That's the grey. A length in front of Keep Me Posted, and then Boss Robin and Casey West and Miner's Bridge. Ringcraft and Pulse of Camelot next, and then Ask Mike. Dromleigh and Electric Dreamer. 3 lengths to Enough of That. Onto the middle fence up the back straight. On this, their first circuit. Sam Poet, Stormy Story, Nibbles in between the leading pair, and then Keep Me Posted. Next, Boss Robin with Casey West, followed by Miner's Bridge, and then Ringcraft, Pulse of Camelot, and Ask Mike. Over their first ditch. Small mistake by Miner's Bridge. Good run before they'll encounter the first of the 2 fences back in the home straight. Little changes up front. It is Sam Poet, Stormy Story, Nibbles the leading 3, followed by Keep Me Posted. A length in front of Miner's Bridge, then Boss Robin and Casey West. Tracked downhill by Ringcraft, and then Ask Mike and Dromleigh. Pulse of Camelot is 2 behind Electric Dreamer, and Enough of That. The field remains intact at the completion of a circuit, and it's Stormy Story and Pa King. Fractional leaders from Sam Poet and Dad Allen, followed by Nibbles and Turlock O'Connor, and then Keep Me Posted and Laura Costello. They're well packed up. Boss Robin, Raymond Baden up the inside, followed by Miner's Bridge. Ringcraft and Casey West and Pulse of Camelot. On now to the first of the 2 fences in the straight, bringing them close enough to the halfway stage and landing with a definite advantage. Stormy Story, followed by Sam Poet and Keep Me Posted. Boss Robin losing ground to the leaders is Nibbles, followed then by Miner's Bridge and Casey West and Pulse of Camelot, followed by Ask Mike and Ringcraft and Dromleigh. Electric Dreamer breaks away from Enough of That. Out they go on their final circuit. 6 more fences left to jump in the Rathronan Maiden Hunters. And it is Stormy Story, the leader, by a length and a half to Sam Poet, the white cap. Closing into 3rd place, Miner's Bridge, and then Nibbles. Keep Me Posted and Boss Robin, and then Casey West as they go away from that 6th last fence. Stormy Story turns into the back straight, reeled in by Miner's Bridge, Sam Poet. Back to join them is Nibbles. This quartet covered by 2.5 lengths, followed by Boss Robin and Casey West, and Keep Me Posted next with Pulse of Camelot and Ringcraft. Further down the field is Dromleigh, and then Ask Mike going away from Electric Dreamer, and Enough of That. For the jump, Stormy Story, the grey, just the leader from Nibbles. Miner's Bridge, close up third on the outside of a fading Sam Poet, and then Boss Robin and Casey West. Weakening under pressure is Keep Me Posted. Heading to 3 out in the final ditch. Stormy Story from Nibbles, Miner's Bridge. Casey West looks poised in 4th. And then Boss Robin. Pulse of Camelot has picked off 1 or 2. Followed then by Ringcraft. Falling away is Sam Poet, and then Dromleigh with a gap to Ask Mike, Keep Me Posted, and Electric Dreamer. Coming down to the final half mile with 2 fences left to jump. Stormy Story rejoined by Nibbles. In third place, a length back, is Miner's Bridge. Up into fourth is Casey West. And then Boss Robin and Pulse of Camelot next. After them is Dromleigh. Pushed and shoved along is Sam Poet, and then Ask Mike and Electric Dreamer, and Ring Crafters dropped away. Turning their heads for home with two fences left to jump and locked together. Stormy Story and Nibbles, 3 parts of a length up. On a closing pair, Miner's Bridge with the noseband and Casey West, then Boss Robin. Snapping at the leader's heels in the red cap is Dromleigh, followed then by Pulse of Camelot, followed after a gap, Ask Mike. They've 2 to jump. Stormy Story on the left, in the centre is Nibbles. Miner's Bridge now been wound up. Casey West is waiting for the gap to appear in between horses. A mistake. Stormy Story, Pulse of Camelot towards the inside, and then Dromleigh. 1 to jump, and it's Nibbles on the outside. Challenged by Pulse of Camelot. In between them is Casey West. Down is Nibbles as they race inside the final 50 yards. Casey West, Dromleigh up the inside. It's going to be close. Casey West! Dromleigh the 1-2. In third place was Pulse of Camelot. Stormy Story was fourth. Also losing Miner's Bridge at the last fence. Both Turlock O'Connor and Derek O'Connor are to their feet as Casey West is rewarded for his consistency levels.
Certainly does, and Casey West in a dramatic finish to the Maiden Hunter's Chase. The Maiden no longer Casey West. You can see her at the line. Far side, Dromleigh was also in there with a massive chance. And Boss Robin, but it was a race, Pulse of Camelot I should say, but a race full of drama. Nibbles, who had been nibbled at all the way to the off, and came here with a massive chance, but a crashing fall at the last. I saw that jockey was able to walk away, and horse as well, but we'll take it from around the bend. A race where all the horses really at the forefront of this got into it at some point in time, John, and plenty to take out of it.
Yeah, they've gone pretty steady up until we reached this stage, and they've tried to quicken the pace coming down the hill. And at this stage, if you were on Nibbles, there was a bit of money around for that horse. It's just come through in the black and green, jumped to the front, but then threatened to go off to his left, and he's taken a heavy fall at the last. By that time, see him there come down, and by that time he's been headed by Casey West. With that injection of pace, sort of nearly found the horse out coming into the straight, but he's stayed on well in the closing stages, and he's just held on from Dromleigh. Dromleigh was actually fourth to this horse, when Casey West was second at Limerick. Dromleigh went off short a price of the 6 runners in that race who met again here, but didn't run very well that day. Much better today, Dromleigh. But Casey West finally gets off the mark, and yeah, Philip Rothwell mentioned before the race he's looking forward to running the horse going the other way around, left-handed, and Aintree and the Fox Hunter's Chase come April seems to be the target. Clearly, they'll need to move up a few rungs up the ladder to be taking that, but at least finally got a win under the belt. Yeah,
looks like Nibbles brings down Miner's Bridge at that final fence, and it was looking quite difficult to steer in the closing stages, but it was quite straight at that final fence, but wasn't to be today. Definitely was the case for Casey West, who's been called the winner. Philip Rothwell slightly concerned about going this way round and it coming quite soon after his last run, but he was full of it today and returned the 7-4 favourite from Dromleigh in second at 92. Pulse of Camelot made up the placings, 33-1 in third.